Self-contained systems. Self-contained systems or SCS is an architectural style that emphasizes building applications as independently deployable units, each encapsulating all the necessary components to operate independently. This architecture promotes the creation of small cohesive systems that can be developed, deployed and scaled independently. And with the name also we can understand self-contained system, a system which itself is complete, contains everything. So that way we can just correlate it. Now let's see the key characteristics of this type of architectural style. Independence. Each self-contained system operates independently with its own database, user interface and business logic, reducing dependencies on other systems. That is one, the prime one. Autonomy. SCS are designed to be autonomous, meaning they can be deployed and run without relying on shared resources or services. Cohesion. Each system is focused on a specific business capability, promoting high cohesive and clarity of purpose. Interoperability. Self-contained systems communicate with each other via well-defined APIs, allowing for interactions while maintaining independence. And scalability. Since SCS are independent, they can be scaled individually based on demand without affecting other systems. Now let's see the benefits of this type of architecture. Modularity enhances modular design, making it easier to manage, update and maintain each system independently, right? That is one of the advantage. Reduced complexity. So of course because we are seeing that we will have modular bundles or functional components, right? So if there is any change required within one module, we can just change it and then it will not impact the other one because it is loosely coupled and highly cohesive within module, right? So reduced complexity. It simplifies the overall architecture by minimizing dependencies, making it easier to understand and modify. Faster development. Of course, for different modules, we can have different teams. They can just concentrate on their requirement, their business logic, etc. So in this way, teams can work on different systems concurrently, speeding up the overall development process. Improved resilience. Failure in one system, one module has failed, consider, okay, does not directly impact others because though they are loosely coupled, they are not dependent on each other, enhancing overall system reliability. Let's see the use case of this type of architecture. Microservices architecture. SCS is often employed in microservices environment where each microservices can be viewed as a self-contained system. So when we are saying microservices architecture, this is actually this architecture only, self-contained, because each microservice is self-contained system. Then large scale application, suitable for large applications that can be decomposed into distinct independently deployable units. And then we have legacy system replacement, helpful in gradually replacing monolithic legacy systems by breaking them down into self-contained components. So consider, we have a legacy monolithic application, which were using the monolithic architecture. It means we had several functions, right? But they are tightly coupled with each other. Now what we can do, we can break down them, create small microservices, and this way we are creating those microservices nothing but the self-contained systems, right? So this way we can use this architecture to upgrade that system from legacy monolithic architecture to microservices based architecture. So this architecture is particularly effective in environments that prioritize modularity, scalability, independence, allowing organizations to respond quickly to changing requirements and maintain robust, resilient applications.